Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video what we have is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus right over here. Now a lot of people are wondering what this phone is all about. This phone is second in command after the S25 Ultra. So in this video, let's dive in, do a full product tour and a review of this product. Let's start by unboxing it, and we're going to see how it fares up compared to the S25 Ultra. Alright, so let's unbox it. Looks like we have the navy color right over here, so I'm going to put that to the side, but let me just show you what it looks like. That is the navy color. So there's nothing on this side, but in this box we have something, which is the usual. You get the USB Type-C, you get a quick start guide, and you get the little pin ejector tool, and that's it. Alright, so let's put all this stuff aside and divert our attention to the main dish, which is this thing right over here. Let's do a full tour of this product. Now I do want to quickly mention the pricing before we dive in on both of these products. The S25 Ultra is $1,300. The S25 Plus is $1,000. So there's a $300 difference. Now because we are in the pre-order phase, there are some insane deals that are going to lower the price even more. So I'm going to leave exclusive links down below for sakitech viewers that will get you up to $350 in Samsung credits for the S25 Ultra and up to $150 in Samsung credits for the S25 Plus. And of course, if you trade in a device, for this one, you'll get up to $900 instant discount. And for this one, you'll get up to $700 instant discount. So those links are down below, and these deals will be gone in a couple days. All right, so here we have it, and you can see when the light hits it, you can see the actual color. It is a pretty color. Now this over here in the back is Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and the same thing is true for the front. This is Gorilla Glass Victus 2. It is not going to be Gorilla Glass Armor 2 like the S25 Ultra. Let's take a look at the camera specs real quick. We have it right over here. So what we have here is we have a 50 megapixel main camera, and then we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Remember, on the S25 Ultra, the ultra wide is now 50 megapixels. And then over here, we have a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto camera. So in total, we have 3 cameras as opposed to 4 cameras on the S25 Ultra. But make no mistake, these are really well-performing cameras. All right, so at the bottom, we have the USB Type-C port. We've got the SIM card tray, and we have one of the speakers. And I will let you know, the matte frame here is in fact armor aluminum. It is not titanium like it's on the S24 Ultra. All right, but it's not a huge deal. This is still a rock solid construction. You can see over here we have the buttons, volume rocker and the power button, 2 microphones on the top, and we have nothing on this side as you can see. But that is basically what this phone looks like. It's a very pretty phone. Now one thing you want to be very careful with the bottom of the phone is some people try to poke this hole. Don't poke that hole, that's a microphone. If you want to insert the SIM card, you want to poke this hole right here. So if you poke the wrong hole, you might damage the microphone. All right, so side by side with the S25 Ultra, you can see we have a slightly smaller display. It's going to be 6.7 inches on the S25 Plus, 6.9 inches on the S25 Ultra, and also the S25 Ultra comes with the anti-reflective coating, just so you guys know. So it is going to be a less reflective display, as you can see by the light reflections, okay? But beyond that, they look a little bit more similar this year. The rounding of the corners on the S25 Plus is a little bit more pronounced. The S25 Ultra is a little less rounded, but it still has the new rounded corners. But that's how they look side by side. I like them both. They're nice designs. All right, so here we have it. So let's set this up real quick. I just want to show you guys the new setup screen. This is for One UI 7.0. Instead of the white background, we get this nice gradient colors. All right, so when you tap on start, it continues on that white. So let me set the phone up really quickly, and then we're going to look at what's going on in the software interface. Now, initially, if you buy this phone and you want to transfer your old data from another device, you can use this screen right here. You can transfer from Galaxy or Android, iPhone or iPad, or you can set it up manually, which is what I'm going to do in here. Now then you connect to the Wi-Fi, which we're going to do right now. Now as I'm doing that, I will let you know that this camera here is a 12 megapixel selfie camera. It's the same one as on the S25 Ultra. Okay, so the internet is good to go. I'm going to tap on next. Now after this, it's all next. So I'm going to skip forward and go straight into the home screen. All right, so here we have it. This is the home screen, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. So let's take a look at around what's going on. So first I'm going to go to the settings. I'm going to just clarify a couple things here. Let's go over to display, all right? And I'm going to bring in my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And I'm going to be in the display section as well. Let's just equalize the brightness here. And I want to show you guys the display specifications on both of these phones, other than the screen size, is the same, the core specifications. So if I go to the screen resolution, you can see it's the same exact screen resolution, only this is 6.7, that's 6.9. And also remember what I told you guys, this phone has the anti-reflective properties that this doesn't, because this one uses Gorilla Glass Victus 2 in its glass construction, but this one has the Gorilla Glass Armor 2, which has the anti-reflective properties. But beyond the size and anti-reflection, everything else is the same. In fact, only these two phones have the Pro Scaler option. Now, when you are in FHD Plus, the Pro Scaler gets turned off. When you go to QHD Plus on any one of these guys, the Pro Scaler actually gets enabled. The Pro Scaler is an upscaling technology that's going to make look everything even better than the previous models. So these phones have it, but the S25 doesn't have it. Just something I want to clear. And I also want to talk about the core specs when it comes to performance. Same exact thing, okay? So you have the exact same powerful performance on both. So let me go to device care here, and you can see they both have 12 gigabytes of RAM. That is standard. That's the minimum you'll get on any one of these guys. And both of them has the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. So on this one, I ran the benchmark, and the numbers you'll get on this guy are going to be exactly the same as the one on this one. So same exact performance, which is crazy because this is smaller, but it's just as powerful. The biggest difference is this one does not have the S Pen. So you cannot, write, sketch, and all that stuff. So if you want the S Pen, the S25 Ultra is the way to go. And also, this one has a better camera system. Those are the two major differences. Basically, everything else is the same except for the size. Now, the battery life on this thing is going to be pretty impressive. So we do have a 4,900 milliamp hour battery. The S25 Ultra has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, all right? So if I go over here, that is my battery. Easily expect this phone to last you a full day after a full charge and then some. Remember, the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor is so efficient. It does prolong the battery life dramatically. The good news on this one is it has the same 45 watt fast charging, okay? So it's got fast charging, fast wireless charging. The fast charging is 45 watts, so you can charge from 0 to 100 within 1 hour. And the fast wireless charging, even though it says fast, unfortunately it's only 15 watts, which is just as fast as the S25 Ultra, but not as fast as the 25 watts on the iPhone. But we do have both wired and wireless charging, and all the same battery features as on the S25 Ultra. Now we also have an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. That's a high-end fingerprint sensor. It works very fast. Look at this. Boom, we're inside. Let's do that one more time. Ultrasonic fingerprint sensor works like a charm. Lightning fast. Let me just put this aside for a minute. I'm going to show you guys all the new features here. So if you go into your settings, and if you go all the way down, and if you go into tips and user guide, you are able to access what's new in One UI 7.0, and that's going to give you all kinds of details about your phone, all right? All the new AI features, all the One UI 7.0 features, and all that good stuff. As an example, tap over here, shows you about the widgets and how you can customize them, all right? There's one thing really nice over here with One UI 7.0. Let me take this folder, put it right over here. If I press and hold and tap, it enlarges the folder, okay? So that just looks nicer if that's the way you want to set up your device. If you pinch the screen, you can go to the widgets. It's all the same stuff. You got some battery widgets. Let's just grab one and you can put it right over here. All right. And then if you pinch the screen, you can go to wallpaper and style. You can go to change wallpapers. You've got your AI wallpapers right here, which generate wallpapers on the fly. All this stuff, of course, is available on other Samsung phones as well, the latest ones. So if I go for imaginary, I can say, draw me a UFO made out of cotton, and I want it to be coral and tan. I tap on generate, and it's going to create that for me. There we go. That's a UFO, and I can set that as my background wallpaper. Let's do that over here. Okay. So that's that. Now let me pinch the screen, just create a new page over here, set that as my home screen so we can see the actual display. Now of course, if I go to my settings, let's tap on OK. If I go over to Galaxy AI, we have all the AI features here that are also available on the S25 Ultra. So all the AI features are here. One of the newest ones is going to be the Now Brief, Enhanced Drawing Assist, and a couple other things I'm going to show you in a second. Actually, let me show that to you right now. We do have the new Galaxy AI that is powered by Google Gemini. So when you press and hold, that's going to come up initially like this. That's going to be the Google Gemini. It is going to be a powerful assistant. Basically, it's like having ChatGPT on your smartphone, but this one is Google's version. It can do anything. You can see all the basics and advanced features. So I'm going to tap on continue. When you press and hold the button, hello Google Gemini, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you today?
Okay, so you can keep having a conversation with this thing like it's a real person. Of course it's not. Make sure you remember that, but it does talk naturally. But if I pull this in, we do have the new AI Select, Now Brief, and Drawing Assist. Drawing Assist, if I tap on it, it's a new interface, okay? So basically, if you want to create something from a text, I can tap over here, draw super fast, okay? And then choose what you want, sketch, tap on generate. Let's see what it does for me. And you can see, just draw me a supercar, okay? So you have this ability in this phone, or you can sketch something yourself and you can watch it transfer that into some kind of art, okay? It doesn't over exaggerate when you sketch it yourself, which is what I like. It tries to stick to what you actually are using. In this case, it did a supercar because look at this at the bottom. I have both of these enabled. So I'll remove this, and now if I do again that little car, it's going to stick to something more simple. All right, sketch, generate. So that's one AI feature. Now if I go into my camera, okay, there are some new things that were announced. Let's see if this phone has it as well. Specifically, I want to look at the log feature. So if I go to my video and go to my camera settings, and if I go to advanced video options, yes, we do have the log, which is a professional grade video recording mode that you would use only if you're using your phone to record something very important. You can read this description right here. That's exactly what it does. And if you want to know more, just Google what the log video is. But the fact that it's in this phone also is crazy. It's a professional grade capability. We also have the Now Brief, which is going to be your daily briefing in the morning, afternoon, at night, throughout the day. Okay, so you're going to get personalized briefings. And it's going to look something like this. You're going to get the weather. You're going to get some news. Now look at this. If you go to the settings right here, and if you go to content to include, you can include all kinds of content into this daily briefing. And then you can access it from this widget right here. You can tap it, or you can pull this in. It's right over here. Or you can access it from the lock screen when it's available. So let's see if it is available right now. It will show up at the bottom right here, okay? We also have the brand new Now bar. So if I go to my settings and if I scroll down and go to lock screen and AOD, you can see we have the Now bar. Let me show you what that looks like. It works on a bunch of applications. This looks really nice. So let's grab the clock application as an example, okay? and I'm gonna run a timer. Let's do a 56-minute timer, and look at this. First, we have it right here. I can tap to expand it, almost like Dynamic Island on the iPhone, but it's on the side here, which I like better. And also, it shows up on the lock screen at the bottom here. I can tap it, and it will expand, give me some details. And if I have multiple things running, so let's do one more. Let's do a recording real quick. Go out. Now look at this. I'm going to tap here, and I've got two, and I can flicker between them like this. And they'll also appear on the lock screen. So let me just go to the lock screen. Look at this right here. And I can flick between them just like that. So that is great. That's the brand new knob bar. So that's an initial review of the S25 Plus. It is not that different from the S25 Ultra. It's got the same power, same software capabilities, same crisp display, very bright and clear display. It's got the same Pro Scaler feature. The biggest things it doesn't have is it doesn't have obviously the larger screen, it doesn't have the S Pen, and it doesn't have the advanced camera system that you have on the S25 Ultra. Other than that, it's basically the same phone at $1,000, which is $300 less than the S25 Ultra. So honestly, if you don't need the S Pen or the advanced camera, this is a great option. And the benefit is, it is in fact $300 cheaper. And of course, with the crazy deals they're running right now, you can get either the S25 Ultra or the S25 Plus much cheaper than the retail price, especially if you have a trade-in device. I'm going to drop the links down below to the lowest prices and the highest incentives, details in the description box below. Any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.